I've wanted a VTuber model for a very long time now, and now I finally have one! I'm so proud of how it turned out, as I feel it really captures my chibi MOE art style. If you're also interested in getting a VTuber model yourself, or you're just curious about how I made it, I'll go into all of the details of that in this video, including the planning, preparation, and separating all of the parts. I will not be talking about the rigging process, which is a whole other can of worms. Honestly, I tried opening Live 2D and rigging my model myself, but after about 3 hours of pure struggling, I just gave up and commissioned an artist on Vtuber because I wanted the final product to come out the best it could be. My rigging was done by EOS Briggan on Vtuber, and they offered a very affordable and high quality service. Chu-chuns looks so lively and cute now. Alright, so let's start by talking about getting a design going for your VTuber. My first ever design for my model was completed in 2022, and it was sort of heading in the right direction, but overall it didn't capture the vision for how I wanted my VTuber model to look. For one thing, the design of the clothing was a bit too messy. As much as I love camo patterns, this was just too much to look at. So when I tried again in 2026, my art style had evolved a lot. It was to the point where I felt like it had relatively solidified, so I was confident that it would turn out cute. I wouldn't recommend trying to move forward with a model until it looks the way you'd like it to, and you're happy with your own art so you don't have any regrets going forward. I would recommend nailing down a basic color palette for your design first. Which colors speak to you, and which ones are easy to look at, and which ones go together well. Pick 2 to 3 of those colors and stick with them while drawing your design. For me, a few shades of pink, light, yellow, and white were good. When it comes to clothing design, try to consider what style your character would look and feel best in. My OC is a painter/artist type, and she was heavily inspired by Amekaji Gyaru, which is a sub-style of gyaru fashion that focuses on playful American nostalgia and motifs. For both of these aspects to her design, it made sense for her to have overalls for functionality and for fashion. You may want to consider adding at least some kind of fun pattern to the design to make it stand out a bit more. For me, I chose polka dots on this zipper pocket since polka dots gives it more of a retro vibe, like how I want my art style to look. Plus, they're just cute. In this version though, I tried not to overdo it, and stuck to simplicity for a lot of the other parts of the design. One other thing to keep in mind with character design is the silhouette. One tip that gets thrown around often is, if you can tell who the character is based off of just their silhouette, it's a good and recognizable design. I tried to achieve this by making it a point to give her these cute bubble twin tails with the little paintbrush shaped ends, but honestly you could definitely do more than me here and add things like animal ears, frilly or spiky clothing, tails, pretty much anything that makes the character more recognizable. I would just try to make sure that all of the elements make sense together in some way, or else it might look a little too confusing. Sometimes less is more with character design. So you have a design in mind now. So let's talk about separating all of the parts correctly so the rigging process will be as smooth as possible. When drawing your VTuber model, you will need to draw practically everything on its own separate layer. Altogether, these are the basic things you should have drawn and separated in order to make just a bust-up model. You're going to need separated hair sections including the cowlick/ahoge, the mid-bangs, the left bangs, the right bangs, the left hair tendril, the right hair tendril, the back of the hair, and this should be fully colored in, the left and right pigtails if applicable, the left and right eyebrows, the left and right eyelashes, the left and right irises, the left and right eye shines/highlights of the eyes, the left and right eye whites, and all of the different mouths. And that's going to include the top and bottom lip areas of each mouth, inside of each mouth, and the mouth itself. And then you're going to have to draw the full bald head, and I recommend doing the shading already on top of the head so you don't have to rig that separately as well. You're also going to need the left and right ears separated, and for the clothing, any clothing that goes on top of another piece of clothing should be separated. For example, my overalls are separated from my shirt. Then you're going to have to draw the body portion of the shirt, the left and right sleeves only of the shirt, the torso part of your body with no clothing, and it's super important to remember to draw out the neck part extended all the way up like this, so that way your model can freely move their head up and down and in all directions. Then you're going to need to draw the left and right arms with no clothing either. Finally, you're going to want to draw any expression parts or toggles, such as glasses, angry faces, crying faces, and any pets that you want to have with you. Keep in mind that the symmetry tool will be your friend for sections like the eyes, arms, and parts of the hair that can be copy-pasted from one side and flipped to the other. Another point that is extremely important to remember is that when drawing the different parts, you must draw the entire part, not just some of it like you would while making a regular drawing. This is to make it so you can see the layers of the hair while the model is moving around, and no parts will get cut off and look awkward. For example, make sure the back of the hair is entirely colored in, and make sure the pigtails are drawn fully from top to bottom, and make sure the eye whites are fully colored in as well. Finally, I decided that I also wanted my pet Pepino to be with me as part of my model, so I drew him next to me with the tail separated so that it could wag back and forth. Once I was finished drawing my model and separating it into parts, I had to export it as a .psd file. I highly recommend using Krita for this since it will work better with Live2D in my experience. Finally, I sent the PSD file over to EOS Briggan, paid a very reasonable $140, and waited a few months, and now she is finally born. I'm happy that I have a model to use when making videos now instead of a static PNG tuber, and maybe I could start streaming when I draw or play some silly video games with you guys as well. Thank you all so much for the support over the years, and thank you for watching me grow. I plan on only continuing to grow and put out more cute artwork into the world. Thank you for everything. I'll talk to you again later. Bye!